Hello, Questers, for the last time for season 12. How's it going? We're pumping in tonight. A lot of things to talk about. And my biggest rant ever. And from Canada, our synopsis queens on the telephone through the internet, in the internet webs, is Judy. Hello, Judy.
Hello, John. Hi, everybody. It's good to be here. And John's right. I think we have lots to talk about. It's not real thrilling, mind you, but we do have stuff to talk about.
Yep. There we go with our hellos, Judy. While people get the information that I'm on live, give them a little couple of minutes to pop on.
Okay.
Hello, Gloria. Jeff D-Rock is in the house. Luann's always with us. CYN, hello, how are you? Tony Clegg, how are you? K France. Sydney, thank you so much for what you do throughout the whole year to make sure me and Judy that can be seen and heard around the world. I thank you so much for all the times and years you've been with us. Thank you so much, Sydney.
Thank you, Cindy.
There's a professor in the house, Daniel.
He's here.
Donna Golden's in the house. Lori's in the house. Doug Korn, how are you? Hello, Dan. Thanks for coming in for the last podcast of season 12, The Curse of Oak Island. And yes, Daniel, at the end of the podcast, after I give away my, 500th hat, I will be crying at the end of this podcast. That's the going theme. You spoiled it, but that was going to be my surprise, crying at the end of the podcast. Thank you, Daniel.
All I can do is picture Rick's face.
Oh, my lordy 40. Yep. In the house. Also, here's the gang. As people come in, we'll go back to them, Judy.
Okay.
There's my gang. I thank you all for what you do for me the whole year long. Whole long year, or year long. Whatever you want to say. I'm talking backwards tonight. That's a good sign. We got Judy, Kathy the Hook, Tanya from Portugal, Daniel Tammy, Jeff Ann, David B. on the YouTube side, Starlene and Gloria. I thank you so much for what you do, making it smooth on the YouTube side, making it smooth on the Quest of Oak Island side on Facebook, and Kathy going through every single profile. We got 68,000 strong members there and also 140,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Wow. Thank you, moderators. It's sure been a great year working with all of you. You make my job easy.
Yep. Of course, we always support Tony Sampson. Call him up, get on a tour. There is no tours on the island again this year. But call up Salty Dog Tours, get a tour, have a drink, or have more drinks. And for Charlotte and Daniel, the Compendium returns, which he's getting pretty good with them screenshots, pretty good with those descriptions. So he's going to be able to take over for me very shortly, Daniel.
What about that, Daniel?
We're scaring them. Don't scare them.
Hey, a big thank you to Deborah from Australia, and it's morning there, John.
All right, I got her. Deborah, thank you for coming in. Hello, Stu Wilson is in the house. Again, I got to thank all my moderators, Tammy, Judy, Daniel, Sterling, Kathy, and Tanya from Portugal. Also, Jeff M. on the YouTube side and Facebook side, David B. YouTube side, Gloria, both sides, and our lifetime contributor, the Starman, Chris Dona. We didn't really need him this year too much for the stars, but you never know, Judy?
No, we just don't. They could bring the stars back anytime, I'm sure.
Hello, Stu Wilson. Hello, Tommy. We're live to YouTube, and I'll download it later to Facebook on the Quest side. We're good to Discord. We're good on Instagram. And we're pretty good going on that Spotify for podcasters around the world, Apple, Google, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon, Alexa.
Oh, it's nice to be popular, John. And Daniel says you're irreplaceable, John. We all owe you so much for all you've done for us and creating Quest.
Yupper. I only thought I'd have 600 people, not 70,000 people. And this year's been tough. Like you guys know, my dad passed away, and my mother's living with me now 24/7. So I promised them no nursing home, and I'm a guy that gives them his word, and that's what I do. I give somebody my word, that's what I do. Pretty difficult this year, but I made it. Now I got a little reboot. I got to reground myself because I know there's going to be a season 13. I'm shaking my head, but what I saw last night, it looks like a season 13, guys.
I agree, John. I think they have to have one now.
Also, I've been getting statements about my views. I don't know why. I don't know where it's coming from, but I want to say this also towards the end of the year. My numbers on my shows and my Quest page on Facebook are real numbers. Hello, Carol Goff. What I mean by that is people say, well, how come you're not getting 6,000, 7,000 likes and views when you do your podcast? Everybody has different views. Everybody has their favorites. And I don't mind who goes where to see who. I don't care. But the numbers with me are true. Because you see this plaque right here? It says 100,000 YouTube subscribers. You know how you get one of those plaques? By YouTube itself going through the members who subbed to you. No bots, no robots, no dummies, no aliens, no bot viewers. So you just look around. I mean, I got 140,000 subs, but the same people and a couple of new people come in and out, and my numbers stay the same. I mean, we couldn't handle if 100,000 people were talking at the same time, but that's YouTube certified. So as far as other podcasts on Oak Island getting thousands of views and all this baloney, that's up to them, how they run their channel. You know, they do what they got to do, but I'm real here. I'm a critic, yes, but I'm real. And for tonight, I hung up my 1965 Reader's Digest right there for the last podcast.
I saw that, John. I wondered if it was new.
Hello, Scott. Thanks for coming in and being a member all year long. Daniel. Butt kissers seek attention, not truth. So I wanted to say that as far as I have a plaque to show, let them show a plaque. And that's all I got to say to that, to the people or the haters or whatever you want to call them, the trolls that go on me for the year. I didn't say anything all year until the last show, Judy.
right, John. They don't matter anyway, John. It's the ones that are here with us that matter.
But you know me, Judy. I got to say it because if it's on my mind, it comes out. That's it.
Yeah, and that's okay.
Yeah.
They need to hear it too.
Yeah. Hello, Brenda. Hello, Steve. Thanks for coming in. All right. And Amy. Hello, Amy. There she is. Don't forget, like she put in, #hat. Win the last hat of the year. And please, if you're international, I get all these kind of crazy addresses. Please put it right down step by step from box number to address, and I need your phone number if it's international. And I also got a memo from stamps.com that there might be some kind of Canada Postal Service something, Judy. I got something from the Postal Service in Canada for a contract or something. So if you're in Canada and win a hat, things may be a little delayed. Did you hear anything on that, Judy?
Yeah, apparently they're going to talking strike again, John. They haven't gone on strike yet, but it looks like soon.
Okay, so I just wanted to tell you out there, if you did win a hat, I send it out. I send you the tracking number, but who knows when you will get it. And I just wanted to put that out. All right, guys, this is the biggest rant I've had all year. Number one, I thought the season was a flop. As far as me getting excited, with Vanessa digging her caissons was fine, gave me a couple of points up. With them going to Malta, I like when they travel, a couple of points up. With the rest, surface finds in the swamp in lot 5, did nothing for me. It was a snoozer. So I look back at the whole season 12. Seems like it was just a big filler. I don't know how you guys feel about that. And it looked more scripted than ever. I mean, I don't know. I have nobody to tell them, hello, J4J. Nobody to tell me, yo, John, it's not scripted. They're saying it right off the top of their head. But if you look at them as they're speaking and in certain situations, I think they're brought back. They give them a outline of a script, what they're going to talk about, or a script, and then they film it, Judy.
I agree, John, 100%. It's far different from what it was when they first started.
Far, far different, and I don't like it. But we're in it to the end. I mean, we'll never leave. We'll always give you updates, and throughout the summer, I got Osprey Mulan, the drones ready to go once we hear of something going on. So you'll get notifications on YouTube and Facebook, and we'll send the drone up and take a look.
And we all look forward to that, too.
Yep. Hello, Kathy the Hook. Thanks for all you do throughout the whole year, going through everybody's profiles. I thank you so much, Kathy. You're well appreciated.
Thank you, Kathy. Especially all those Rick Lagina profiles. There's like a zillion of them.
All right, now here we go with the rant. Are you guys ready?
We're ready.
My lordy 40, holy muyan. I don't know if I can hold it together on this one. Like I said, with Daniel's synopsis or Judy's synopsis, I don't read them. I print them out in case Judy, we lose the phone lines, and I give it to Raymond, and I'll just download it, and I'll just play it. You'll see it when I see it. So, I waited all year for something substantial. Something. Anything. Something. So they got my level up about this far in 2 weeks or so ago that they were going to do the airlift. Okay?
Yes.
So we finally see them putting the airlift in, then going back to lot 5 and then the lab and look at the stone, look at this axe, look at this pickaxe, all that BS. Okay. They're getting dates. That's what they just need. After 13 years, they need more dates. That's what we need here. More dates. It's like putting a 5 pounds of cheese on a small bowl of pasta. Just keep on adding that cheese. It'll still taste better, but keep on adding that cheese. Do you need that much cheese? No. So Steve around the table gives us a little insight because he's got all the information. Steve, has a 3D map. He's got the dates. He's got where it's located. He's got the GPS. He's got all that stuff that we'll go through. So finally, they see the airlift. They put it in the case on. They didn't put no camera down. God forbid, put a camera down. Okay? God forbid, use a camera or throw a metal detector down there. Let it go past the case on so the metal won't interfere. God, don't do that. So finally, the airlift's in. Okay. End of the season. Throw us a hook. Okay. Boom, they show the big bin. Boom, they show all that mud coming out. I said, what the frig happened? Did I pass out? Did I miss something? I said, I was looking at the TV, so did I go into the commercial? What the frig is going on here? I see a muck. And thank you so much for joining, Andrea. Thank you. I see a bunch of muck. Then it goes to commercial. So wait a minute. What the hell you doing to me here on the last episode? So we come back from commercial, and they say, no, I just see muck in this pan. That's all I see is muck. I don't see no stones. I don't see no rock. I don't see no boulders. I don't see nothing. I see zero but mud. And they say, well, this other guy's going to suck the mud out and put it in his tank, and then Billy's going to dump it in the dirt near Smith's Cove. And I'm thinking, the frig are they doing? What the frig are they doing? No Gary, where you should have been right in the muck right there, because if you transfer stuff, you're going to lose stuff. Even the small, minute stuff could be controlled right there in that bin. We didn't see any of that. I don't know. Maybe I passed out. Did Gary go in the muck with a metal detector? Answer me that, guys. I don't know. I might have passed out. I don't know.
No, he didn't, John. When he started, it was all rocks, no muck.
All right. So now maybe some rocks got stuck in the tube. If it's sucking up rocks, maybe the rocks got stuck. But then when they went to Smith's Cove, I said, is this the same stuff that came out of the muck? I couldn't believe it. So Billy takes a scoop, one scoop. Gary goes over it. Takes another scoop. Well, nothing, whatever they were finding. Then I think I passed out because then they just left. They left that whole pile, just a big pile of the most important stuff you got to know that you work for all summer to suck out of the solution channel. And we were gone. We were gone to the war room. Now, if I had all that money invested, you know what that pile of stuff would have been done? 24/7. I would have had portable lights on that stuff. I would have worked it 24/7. And please, don't use the gold dredge. Please, just use that for other stuff. But when you want to find minute things, the gold dredge with the conveyor belts and all the water and all that was just sitting there unplugged. Now, does that make any sense, Judy?
None at all, John. And I was shocked when that happened. Truly was.
And I'm going, they need more coordination. Something's off. Something's real off. Did they stop it right there? So they have, okay, let's stop this right now because we're going into season 13 and we need stuff to go back to the spoils next year. The producers and the production and the contracts. Even though if they showed that now, give us a little tidbit of what is in there. And then they're going to the honeycomb system, which is all the caissons around the system that go 230 feet deep. We can't even go 160 feet deep without the caisson around it collapsing in. And you're going to put 20 caissons close enough each other to do the whole area. When you got a collapsible, untampered, tamper. You know, if you fill up a big hole, you got to tamp it every 4 feet. You just can't put loose stuff, and keep it going. I can't believe it. If anything, do a 6-inch hole, hire 30 choice drillers, all right? 30.
Right.
Order 30 choice drills, or how much money you would have spent to do this honeycomb dig or the deep dig, because it's all going to fall in. So 30 choice drillers doing 6-inch holes, the whole area. And if you're going to miss it by 6 inches or whatever, fine. There's nothing there. You're going below bedrock, which I firstly think there's nothing there. If there's a treasure there, they're not going to bury it 230 feet into bedrock, into a solution channel cave that supposedly it fell in now, that we'll be chasing that this thing fell in. Yup, Ryan. The storyline was the airlift and the throw us a bone. You know what I mean? Throw us a bone. It just annoyed the crap out of me. I hate to be a critic. Maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way. This is my own personal opinion of what I saw and my feelings. And I talk from the heart, that it got me really crazy. Like, I just don't want to do this no more. I just can't do it anymore. You know, it's just, I put so much effort in this that it's like, okay, you really can't get out of it. I mean, I can get out of it. I can do whatever I want to do. But when you got the all expense of the studio, everything set up, and you got a show that's basically there for the money now. And with Rick crying all the time, he's going to be on medication if he's not on medication already, if he don't find anything. And Marty pushing him along, pushing the dreamer along. But what I've seen all these years, they've found nothing. Sure, surface finds, sure, history, sure, we're finding history. But there's got to be more people than me in my group and some of the people I know that just sees this as a money-making top show, because what competition do they have? The Curse of Oak Island and what? If they got playoffs or basketball, okay, they don't make it. But they really don't have no competition. They're finding this treasure again, that treasure here, this other treasure, History Channel. They don't have anything. So, of course, they're going to be number one. So that's how I feel deep down. I mean, we'll have drone updates on the monthly like usual. And just to see what they're doing. And I'm so factual that I don't know how much more we can take of going in the money pit and back to the swamp for a season 13. Thank you, Dee Dee, so much.
Thank you, Dee Dee. I agree, John. And I have to say, this year, I just could not wait till the last episode to get it over with. I am so tired of the Oak Island show, not of you and my group. I will miss you this summer, but I'm glad it's over for a while.
Right. And then when they had drilling down, I didn't even tape it or do screenshots. It's the same thing over and over. The same thing. We're going here, we're going there. The same thing. But you'd think they'd comb their hair or look a little presentable in the war room for drilling down. Everybody's hair is messed up. What the frig is all that?
I agree.
Look like a bunch of bums. So obviously the airlift set me off. We should have had more on that, more on the spoils. But all of a sudden, stop the spoils and let's go in the war room and talk about all the dates and everything that we're looking for. And back to a big dig. Round and around, around we go. Round and around and around we go. Thank you so much, Gloria.
Oh, thank you, Gloria, very much. And Jonathan says, I didn't watch one show all season, just you guys.
Oh, my
they
God.
They got it from the horse's mouth, John.
Unbelievable. Yep. So, what do you think of going back to the big dig? Only thing they can do
Oh.
there is either small holes or freeze the earth because they know they have a water problem there. You know what I mean, Judy?
Right, exactly, John. I was shocked when they decided to do that. It's something they could have done a long time ago.
Yeah, but then when I saw those boulders and sticks, that's all I saw was mud. And so I got so pissed off, I passed out. I didn't see one boulder, one stone in that container where the vacuum came out.
I agree 100%. When they went to Smith's Cove, I expected to see nothing but muck.
Yeah.
And all was stones.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. We'll go over it once we show the pictures, Judy. But oh my God.
Well, Playground says, John, you are not wrong. This season, shit the bed. But please let us talk you into one more year, just one more. We knew it would go to 13 all along.
13.
There you go. You're loved, my friend.
13, the Templar number 13, yep.
Yep.
But so many shows of the lost treasures of this, the lost treasures of that, the lost treasures of this. At least treasures on, like in Florida for pirate ships, they do find the ship. They do find gold. Everything else, they haven't found nothing. I haven't seen anything.
Not a thing. Oh, and J4 says that Disneyland has a new attraction called the Curse of Oak Island Experience. $1 million per person. Dig up sticks and stones in the mud. That's about it, too.
Yep, and what they keep on saying, too, last night. Oh, the swamp. Oh, we only did 30%. Yeah, why? Oh,
yes.
Right. 30%. I think they did a lot more than 30% after everything we saw from the drone and everything. But I don't know, we're getting 30%. I think 70%, but they're saying only 30%. They're sticking that down our throats, so you know what that means.
Right. I keep questioning that, John. They have found so much in that swamp. They've got to have covered more than 30%.
Unbelievable.
Daniel says, I'm going to hate to see what the money pit area will look like when they're done. It can't be good for the geology of that area.
Nope. Laird you don't even need a permit in there. You can go in there with a great awl and dig it out. That's how bad that area is. Thank you so much, Doug Korn. Thank you. Thank you,
Doug.
All right, Judy, get your wine ready.
Okay.
All right. Here's Judy's last synopsis for season 12. Thank you so much, Judy, for what you do all year long, doing the podcast, trying to figure out this phone stuff all at the end of this year. After today, you can relax. So go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Okay, guys, here we are finally. Season 12, episode 25, Uplifting Discoveries. Episode 25 opens on one of the last mornings of the season in the Money Pit area, where the team has gathered around the final caisson of season 12. This hole is named TOT1, the one thing, and is 195 feet down into the solution channel. The airlift mechanisms have been installed, and 300 pounds per square inch of water goes down, forcing the spoils at the bottom of the solution channel to come to the surface and blown into a large tank. After a bit of sputtering, the spoils shoot out of the caisson into the tank, awaiting it. The team is pleased with the progress. Later, on Lot 5, Marty, Rick, Gary, and Craig join Alex and the archaeologist digging just outside of the round structure. Alex and Laird point out an odd opening under the wall that they want to investigate. Gary's beeper goes off, and Fiona digs up a piece of pottery from around 1770. Then, under it, what looks to be a metal coin or token. It is flat, lightweight, and has a copper patina. It goes right to the lab. Rick states we are still interested in this area and its possible connection to the money pit. We will continue this dig next year. The following morning, we find the team in the money pit area where the airlift has been completed. The spoils from the solution channel have been sucked up from the bottom of the tank and spread onto Smith's Cove, where Gary will thoroughly detect them. Will they find pieces of treasure? Later that afternoon, in Smith's Cove, Billy points out that the spoils from TOT-1 have dried out, and he flattens them out with the excavator. Rick finds a piece of a wooden dowel just as Gary's beeper goes off. Marty digs up the end of a small pickaxe, and when the beeper goes off again, he digs up another piece of a pickaxe or chisel. Both pieces go right to the lab. Episode 25, thus season 12, ends around the table in the museum where the whole gang has gathered. Spread on the table are many of the artifacts found during the season. They are discussing Lot 5, and Marty points at 8 items in front of him, all found on Lot 5 that date pre-1700, that Laird says could possibly be earlier. Emma then shows them what Gary thought was a coin, but Emma says it turns out to be another button found the day before. Because the button is copper, and the copper contains a large amount of arsenic, Emma declares it to be medieval, 1600s to 1700s, before the finding of the money pit. Laird states there is more work to be done on the exterior of the foundation of the round structure, and Gary wants to do more thorough detecting there and hopes to see some ground-penetrating radar performed as well. As they then turn their attention to the swamp, Ian and Steve point out many unexpected structures have been found here and date from the 1200s to the 1700s. Tom points out that a lot of manpower has gone into the swamp in the past. Ian still believes that the swamp is connected to Lot 5 and Lot 5 to the money pit. They will work this area next year to find the connections and perhaps, in the process, through the Knights of Malta where on Oak Island. Next on the agenda is the money pit, and Emma brings up the 2 pieces of pickaxes found in the spoils of TOT-1 the day before. She dates them from 1650 to 1700s. Marty points out that these items came from 200 feet down, so that proves people were down there well before the discovery of the money pit. Alex declares the treasure is in the solution channel. We just have to get it up. Steve then brings up a map he has put together at Marty's request. It shows the 500 boreholes and 27 caissons the team has put down so far, and shows that the bottom of the solution channel is not flat, but contains areas as deep as 230 feet down. The treasure could be in one or more of these areas, points out Marty. They then decide that the most important task for season 13 will be the big dig. You know, guys, the one we have hoped they would do for years. There will be many caissons put down side by side, forming a honeycomb design, and Craig says they must go deep. As Marty declares them finished for the year, we can't help but wonder, will season 13 be the year of the treasure found, or another year of disappointment leading to season 14. For those of you who wish to continue this journey, may you see treasure. Have a happy break, Questers. Enjoy the summer for those having summer. And remember to always stay safe, please.
Very, very good. Judy's synopsis is the best.
Thank you. Thanks, John.
It'll be printed out and shown on the Quest of Oak Island Facebook page. And she did a marvelous job all year long. I thank you so much, Judy.
Oh, you're welcome, John. It's good to have a break, but doggone it, I'm going to miss y'all.
Well, like I said, if they get busy, we'll have the bird flying above them. So we'll get something together on a monthly basis.
Good, and we can keep in touch.
Yep. We now have live chat. Hello, Giselle. I got you live chat. And on the right-hand side, you can't see it too good, but it's in beta that your live chat is live to the world. Right over here, if you can see it, under the cups there. I just got too much stuff.
Oh, okay. I can barely see it, but it's there.
Yep. And I don't know, Donna, how much is it to drop a camera down there? Let it settle down, drop a camera in there, or drop a ROV down there to walk around. Like they say, gold is heavy, silver is heavy. It's not going to be moving that far. Not unless the solution channel, it's the stream is going 100 miles an hour, which I doubt. All right, let's get to the screenshots. So I'll rant more once I see the screenshots of it. I'll have a relapse.
We'll let you.
And that's what I caught earlier. Season finale. So when they send things like this here, I look around. Well, why is everybody in black? Never saw Rick in a black shirt before. Never.
Oh, that it isn't even them, really.
It's probably AI.
Yes, exactly.
But why they pick black? I never saw black. Marty in black and Rick in black.
They're making it look a little scary or something. I don't know.
Hello, Shane Hatmaker. You can see the chat a little bit better because it's dark in the background. See what I'm saying?
Right. Yes. Yep. Big difference.
Yep, Donna. Go Bills. On a Sunday, we'll be watching the Bills. Will take me all summer to recoup. X-Files vibe. Yeah.
That's about it, Daniel.
I don't know. So I just thought that was weird, guys. So I said, let me put this up. I put it on Facebook. And I put it here so people can see around the world. I'm just looking for little pointers. You know what I mean, Judy? As I look all around.
Right. And you do find them always.
We start out at the money pit. Looking around. What do I see? Boom, 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 B. There they are at the sausage table. They're ready to rock and roll. Today's the day. Okay. The year has been full. Of course, there's the airlift being set up to put in the case on. They put in 6 caissons. I wonder how much that cost them. Probably nothing. History Channel bought it all.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure they paid it.
There's where it's located. Tot-1. TB1. And again, I said last week, if it's on the ledge, put a camera down, please. Throw a metal detector that's waterproof past the caissons to the ground. Police. And please either find something or go private before I'm dead. It's the last time I'm saying that for the end of season 12, because I'm not getting any younger, and you guys are killing me.
Oh, John, I agree 100%.
And there they are.
Daniel says tater tot one.
Well, but it seems like I'm watching more and more of the same stuff, like at the money pit in the swamp, and the money pit in the swamp, and the money. It seems like I'm looking at the same thing over and over. Nothing new, nothing to get excited about. They had a dead finale that did nothing for me, and the drilling down was even worse. Usually drilling downs are better, but that was a dud too, in my own opinion.
Yeah, it was. It was everything they had just talked about on the show itself.
Unbelievable. A repeat of the double talk that if you didn't hear it, you wouldn't have missed anything. If you went out to dinner, drove back home, came on, you wouldn't have missed a thing.
Doug says Groundhog Day. Remember that movie?
Yeah.
It just kept repeating.
There they are setting up. 300 pounds per square inch, as Judy said. And you think if there's anything of value, guys, or a script, or writings, you know what this pressure does to that stuff, guys? Blows it to smithereens. Do you think on this system they're going to pull up like they pulled up before the little V on the little postage stamp piece of parchment? No, this thing will pulverize it like mashed potatoes.
Exactly. And it sat there on Smith's Cove all winter, John. So how much stuff was damaged during that time?
And then the spoils going in the tank. Getting it ready to go. There's the tank. And there you go. Muck. I don't see one boulder, one rock, nothing.
Nope, me either. It's muck, all muck.
If they were smart, they would have put a screen on the bottom of this. Anything heavier would fall through the screen, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah. That makes sense.
Because when you start vacuuming out of this, every time you go from transfer to transfer, you're always losing something somewhere, you know, Judy?
Right. You're gonna. There's no way to avoid it.
Nope. And they didn't use the gold dredging machine, which if it can find fine gold on the mat, I'm pretty sure it would find anything through them spoils going right through it and then leave the rest till next year. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. What they did last night didn't make sense.
Yep, Scott, no Traverse City in the winter. Now, back on lot 5, you got a whole new crew here. There's the gang. A little pearlware in here. And, coinage. But, Emma, who's the factual factor, it was a button. The little knob in the middle was worn down so far down that didn't think it was a button. There it is. A pretty flat button, guys.
Right. Thank goodness for Emma.
Or thank goodness they even told us they found it.
Yeah, really.
Then they're looking at the muck. I said, well, this is all that came out of the solution channel. You know what I mean?
God says it looks like they pressure washed the pile.
But I'm going,
And that,
this thing should be full. You know what I mean? Why are they looking? The thing's not even a quarter full. I don't know. I'm lost.
yeah, I don't get it either.
The water's been drained, and I thought it'd be a lot more sediment than what they showed, but what do I know?
Yeah, it was surprising to me for sure.
Now, do you guys see a lot of boulders in here? Or am I really cracking up at the end of the season 12?
John, I don't see any boulders there. None.
Looks like the swamp muck.
It does.
This is when they're sucking it out of the muck to give it to Billy. Which there's the hopper that they dump dirt in, but not the gold dredge. That they should have ran it through the gold dredge first. Not Forest, but I don't know their schedule. How long does it take? You know?
Yeah. It wouldn't, and it doesn't matter. Do it. You know, and get it done whatever time it takes.
Yep. Now, this is what we were showing that came out of there. Obviously, they must have dumped the thing out about 10 times to get that kind of pile out. You know what I mean, guys?
Really?
There's the spoils. They drove over it. As they dump it out, Gary goes over it with the metal detector. But how long would that take to do? I don't get it, guys. I just don't get it.
I'd be wanting to get through that right away. See what I could find. I wouldn't be able to stand it.
Look at them boulders and everything. I don't know how they got through the hose.
Yeah, really. I don't either.
Well, maybe they just didn't find nothing, and that's why they just cut everything out. Well, we didn't find nothing, but let's not tell the viewers because we can't end the finale with negativity. Well, we didn't find nothing here. Okay, we didn't find nothing. They want to keep that hype up high. You know what I mean, Judy?
Right, John. I think you're right on that.
I saw this. I said, where the hell did this come from?
Jeez.
See a lot of sticks or whatever all that stuff is. But,
yeah, Daniel is saying they must have cut out some significant steps in the process. It doesn't seem that some of that material could have fit through the hose.
Yep.
I agree, Daniel. We agree.
Yep. I'm getting a tear in my eye looking at all this. You think they would throw us a bone and throw some coconut fiber in there just to keep us hopping? You know what I mean? I haven't heard the word. I haven't heard the word coconut fiber in about 2 years.
Yes, none at all.
Donna,
Daniel says he's crying now. He's holding an onion.
Yeah, Donna, they suck up not the chest, probably be all broken up anyways. They're just looking for some kind of coins or some kind of identification that it is there. I still don't believe the Templars were there. I don't believe there's a treasure there. But that's my own personal opinion for 13 years.
At one time I did, John, but I am absolutely sure now there's not.
That's all the place is good for is more theories and more book writings to sell books. That's about it. That's where the money is.
Yes, for sure.
A little pickaxe or another pick or a chisel. A potentially important clue. Oh boy, Johnny. Hold it together, Johnny. Now we go to the museum. I told you it would end in a big room. Didn't I tell you in the beginning, Judy?
Yes. Yep. You knew they would end right there, right?
Yep. I had that feeling. Yup, Tommy, we need a bigger tease than what they gave us last night. It was terrible. Lewis says, breathe. I am breathing. There we be. Lordy 40. Holy Muyan! All this technology. In the old days, if they did this, okay. Now with all our technology, we can't find nothing. Oh, it's the dense soil. Oh, it doesn't do this. It doesn't do that. Oh, there it is. It's 14 feet long. It's exactly 4 feet down. Dig it out. Here's the flagstick. They go to the swamp. They dig it out. What do they find, Judy? Nothing.
Right.
Well, what's your display say on your 3D scanner that are probably $8,000 a piece?
Right.
I just don't get it. I just don't get it.
Yeah, Cindy says various people could have been there, but that doesn't mean they brought treasure. Exactly, Cindy.
Right. There's a bunch of maps that we were shown, so I love maps, but I couldn't really get the one that's really packed in to see and decipher it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. This one is just doesn't mean a lot to me at all.
So I had to get this when Steve says, so far, we've done just over 500 boreholes and 27 caissons. Now, that's just in the money pit, guys.
Right.
That's all. Not anywhere else, just the money pit. And what have you found in the money pit? Concrete substance? Not much, man. Not much.
Mm-mm.
Now look at this map. Oh my lordy 40. I was going crazy when I saw this one. And I couldn't catch what he said before, but we really only dug about 20 to 25 boreholes, 200 feet or deeper. So out of 500 plus, they only did about 20 or 25 boreholes deeper than 200. That's what I got from that, Judy.
Yes, me too, John.
Yep.
As soon as I could understand. And Daniel says, just think, there were around 1,000 artifacts found during season 12. What were they?
Not TV important.
Obviously.
There's a solution channel, 205, 206, 209, 210. So now they're going to go and drill 230 now. That's the idea I got, that they're going to be drilling deeper and at the 230 depth. That's what I got. That the one thing they're going to be doing before they do caissons, they're usually MO, is drilling 6-inch test holes, Judy.
Right, John. That's what it sounds like to me.
So there'll be a lot of sausage table.
Oh yeah.
You guys are going to be eating a lot of sausage in season 13. And there's the drill holes they did, because he's got everything plotted, Judy. Steven's got everything on GPS. He knows the location. And you're not going to drill over the same drill if nothing came up. But they didn't go 230, 210, 210, 207, 205. So I don't know what they're going to be doing.
It's so hard to say. They lead us in one direction, and then when they actually get down to it, it's always different from what we're expecting.
Right. And they had 4 caissons that really hit bedrock right there. That's their location. 210, 210, 215, top 1, 215, 205, 207. So those are the deep caissons that hit deep. Who the heck would bury a treasure like this here down in the bedrock, underneath the bedrock in a cave? Come on.
Really, I agree.
205 to 206.
They would take them forever to get down under there to begin with, to bury it.
Plus, how did they stop all the water? Was it before they put the water trap in? The hell do I know?
Right, really. Daniel says maybe they'll find Fred and Wilma. Maybe.
Yep. Steve's the man with the information, though. That's why Marty tells him, we'll go plot it and we'll dig it. You know what I mean, Judy?
Right. Yeah, Steve knows what he's doing for sure.
Yeah, but if the treasure collapsed into the solution channel, how far would gold and silver go? They're heavy. Going to go a little bit of ways, but it's going to go straight down to the bottom, like a member said. I agree.
Yes, I agree too.
Pocket or no pocket, just find me something. So far, nothing. Absolutely nothing. We have more than 80 square feet of unexplored area in the money pit at those depths. Oh my lordy 40. Oh.
Gee whiz.
Natural cave-like system underground. Yep. There's the final canister that we've seen, caisson, that we had from the drone, Judy.
Yes, I remember seeing that, John,
Yep.
from our drone. Yeah.
Now they want to put more support, which they don't have. Can you imagine the cave-in on this?
I can't. I really can't. Daniel said he's laughing so hard he's crying. I think Daniel's ready for a break.
Daniel never stops. You know how much this would cost?
I've been wondering that all day.
50 caissons and stabilize the ground on each one. Pull it out, put it in. I don't know. And now we're getting into the trance mode. See, Dr. Spooner, he's getting into the trance. I can see it in his eyes.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's thrilled at all.
Yeah. And Bart, look at him. His eyes, he's ready. He's getting the trance. Let's hear it, everybody. He's got the trance cloud going in that room. And now he starts to cry. It's not really crying. It's a trance that he involves that goes out. He's going to be on some heavy meds if they don't find anything in another year or two. Not unless he's on meds now. That makes him so emotional.
Really, eh? He should be on something.
I mean, he's so happy he cries all the time. I don't know. The big dig. Oh my God, we're on the merry-go-round. Here we go again. Well, everything's caving in, Rick. So you're going to have to do the freeze method or have choice drilling, do 6-inch holes all the way around. Then if you find something, you're going to have to tunnel to it with pumps, shaft material, or put pylons all the way around like they do foundations right in the river or in the ocean and seal the bottom and drive those pylons in a big circle. You know what I mean, Judy?
Right, John. A lot of work.
But this guy crying all the time is getting me kind of curious of if there's something wrong with this guy. I'm not sure. Or
I have to. When he started this year, it was like, oh no, here we go.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm 71. He's 71, 72. I don't cry all the time.
Right.
There's something wrong there. You better get his blood checked.
I think so. And you know what? You're a busy man with a difficult life, and you're still laughing.
You got to laugh. You got to laugh. You got to go forward.
Yeah, Jim, they did say something about a honeycomb pattern. That's what those caissons will form in the big dig when they do it next year.
Yeah.
Daniel says he wouldn't want his general crying all the time.
This is for all the women that love Rick. So maybe the viewers are 1.5 million women that love Rick, and the other 500,000 are us crazy sons of bees.
That could be. That could be.
There's Marty. Can never follow Rick Lagina's speech. He don't cry. Marty don't cry.
No.
They cry all the way to the bank.
That's it, too.
The only way I'd be crying is I lost so much money and I haven't found anything, but they don't have that situation. They got sponsors. They got contracts from the History Channel. They donate a lot of money up there in Nova Scotia. They got a whole thing going on. And I even told them through the production, I said, I wish they would say in another year or whatever, just donate, make it public, but maybe they're not public that way. Donate your contract from the History Channel to a charity up there in Nova Scotia for the year. Give a percentage, because if you ever find anything up there, Rick and Marty, you're not going to get it, even though you got a treasure trove license. You think you're going to get a part of that big treasure? No, you're going to get the island. There's going to be a tourist destination, and that's about it.
I agree. Yes. Daniel says Marty doesn't cry. He counts the money.
Well, he's the businessman.
Yeah, he is. And obviously a good one.
And Rick was a postal worker like me, so I already know he's in bad shape if he was a postal worker. He's not a veteran that I know of. I worked with a lot of older guys who were veterans that were kind of not all in one piece, but the post office would hire a disabled veteran to give him a job. They'd get more points, like we had to take a civil service test. And, maybe there is something wrong with him. I don't know, but everybody follows him. He puts everybody in a trance. But I wish we would find something. On my end, imagine how they feel. I'd probably be crying every day. Not even talking to anybody, I'd be crying every day.
Right. It's got to be disappointing. It doesn't come across that way, and Rick just keeps on believing. Doesn't he have any doubts at all? I keep wondering.
Yes, Patricia, Marty does. Yes, some small ones, Giselle. But they go around, you know what I mean. All right, let's listen for Raymond now. We're going to get Raymond. Don't forget, #hat. This is the last season 12 for a hat. Send it to the Quest of Oak Island at AOL.com. If you're international, I need your phone number. And let's listen what Raymond has to say with his boss, Daniel Spino. It's 6 minutes and 30 seconds long. Let me know if you can see it. Let me know if you can hear it, as we're going to put it on right now. You ready, Judy?
All right, we're ready, and everybody listen to the analysis.
Right.
It's excellent.
Here we go.
Season 12, Episode 25, Uplifting Discoveries. Season finale analysis by the Oak Island Compendium. In this week's episode, Uplifting Discoveries, the show began at Totty 1, where the team began the process of airlifting material out of the solution channel. They talked about the possibility of treasure falling into the depths of the solution channel and their plan to airlift the cavity to force out material. This material would be inspected for any valuables. The team set up the equipment, and everything seemed to be working as planned. The action shifted to Lot 5, where the team continued to excavate the stone foundation. Archaeologist Laird Niven discovered a nail under the wall which was deemed strange. He offered no explanation, and this writer was unclear why it was worth mentioning. A piece of pearlware was found from the 1770s, which would be consistent with Timothy Lynch, a blacksmith owning the property from the 1760s. Lynch sold it to Robert Melvin in the 1780s. Gary Drayton detected a hit and discovered what appeared to be a coin, because no button shank was present. It appeared to have a copper patina, thin and perhaps a token. It was sent to the lab for further analysis. We were taken back to the Money Pit area, where the team continued airlifting material from the Tot 1 caisson. They stated that solid debris had begun to be pumped into the containers, from which they heard pinging during this process. This material was sucked out of the container by a process called hydro-evacuation. Mark Chasson explained the process to the team, and the material was sent to Smith's Cove to dry out, and then searched by Gary Drayton for any treasure. The action shifted to the Oak Island Museum, where the team assembled to discuss their annual year-end review of work on the island. Lot 5 was discussed first, and it was stated that the majority of items found indicated a date range of 1760 to 1820, which aligns with the settlement and occupation of Chester. Emma stated that the speculated coin or token was actually a button. She stated it was made of a copper alloy with silver gilt. She said that the copper had a high arsenic content, which indicated that it was medieval, which solicited references to the Templars. Emma explained that copper was recycled for many years and estimated the date range from the 1600s to 1700s ES. It's important to note that the same exact scenario involves the so-called 14th century lead barter token that is actually an 18th century whirligig. The team mentioned they plan to run GPR over Lot 5 again to try to detect any more features. The discussion shifted to the swamp, where Dr. Spooner mentioned there was vigorous activity with enigmatic features. A date range of 1200 AD to 1800 AD was cited, which this author has shown is unreliable due to flawed methodology. Their estimate was that between 1630 to 1750, a major construction happened in the swamp. This work seemed intentional and purposeful, using a lot of manpower. Dr. Spooner surprisingly admitted that this appeared to be industrial activity, which had been seemingly forgotten by various cast members and production. A wide-scale mining project was being conducted, and other operations including brick-making, hide tanning, and other industrial activities, according to the evidence collected in this author's opinion. The discussion shifted to the money pit, where two recent artifacts were discussed. The first artifact was thought to be a part of a mining pick, but was part of a chisel. The other artifact was an end to a pickaxe and dated to the early to mid-1700s S. Emma mentioned that the pieces had high potassium content and made with a charcoal manufacturing process that was used from the 1650s until the 1750s. Surveyor Steve Guptill stated that over 500 boreholes had been put down in the money pit area, with only 4 hitting bedrock. He said there was about 80 square feet of unexplored area. He said the bottom is not all at the same depth, so something could have fallen into deeper pockets that could be explored. The team discussed how to access these areas, and a big dig with multiple caissons side by side in a honeycomb pattern would be the plan. Rick Lagina then gave his annual speech in which he cried. Analysis. It was stated that the foundation on Lot 5 was an apparent campsite, but why would there be a foundation built for a campsite? It's clear that a permanent structure was constructed, and very likely initially used as a trading post for legal and illegal items based on the evidence collected in this writer's opinion. During the Drilling Down episode, Rick Lagina mentioned that they failed to move the Templar football across the goal line this season. The work to solve the mystery should not be focused on proving a Templar theory. It should be following the evidence expeditiously, regardless of where it takes you. Rick also mentioned that the work of Dr. Gaspani had been checked by 5 consultants, and they all said his calculations were correct. Why was it checked? Who were these 5 consultants? Where is their report? Where is Dr. Gaspani's report? This author would like to have his full report accessible for peer review and corroboration. This should not be a problem for Dr. Gaspani, since he is an academic and used to this process. I also call for more transparency from the Oak Island team. With close to 1,000 artifacts found this season, we were only shown a very small number. Like Robert Young of Lot 5, make them all accessible for review. Publish all reports so that information can be shared. Otherwise, it appears that information is being kept secret and details hidden. If this is in fact a noble mission of solving the mystery to be shared by all, then make everyone privy to information instead of the limited amount we are given. Please visit www.theoakislandcompendium.com for this article and our other content related to the Oak Island mystery. Although Season 12 is over, please watch the Oak Island Compendium this summer for our world-renowned investigations that will include the mystery of Nolan's Cross. Feel free to reach out to us for questions, comments, information, and any theories to our email, theoakislandcompendium@gmail.com. Good day from Daniel of the Compendium.
Very, very interesting, Daniel. Very interesting.
Thank you, Daniel. I feel like from you we're getting the truth.
Yep. This is for the world to see on YouTube. like you know, Judy, people on YouTube don't go to Facebook. People on Facebook don't go to YouTube. So I try to get this out to the whole world on my side to get him and Charlotte's word out. You know what I mean, Judy?
Yes, and you do it well, John. I think it gets out good.
Yep. And not only here, Spotify and everything else. So it's all over the world.
Yes.
All right, guys. Hashtag hat. We only got one entry.
Oh, my gosh.
Does everybody have a hat?
Good thing it's the end of the season, John.
Yeah. I don't know how many hats I've given away, but, you know, it costs money to send them postage-wise, buying the hat, buying the box. But I do it because I love you guys. You know what I mean? You're my members. You make the show. You make the podcast. You make the group. So we only got one hashtag hat. We got two hashtag hat. If you're international, I need your phone number. If you haven't gotten a hat, Daryl, good.
There's
Hashtag
four
hat.
there.
Yeah, I see 3.
Yep. Good.
Somehow we should make a group hat. You know, everybody send in their picture with their hat on, and we'll have like a Fellowship of the Hat group shot. You know what I mean?
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
But
We've got a lot of pictures.
yeah, but a lot of people want their privacy. I understand that, so no problem. I just put that out there.
Right, yeah. It's fun when we do get them.
Yep. We got 4 hashtag hat. We'll give you a couple of seconds more. Let me get it on there. Let me share it. Here we go, Judy.
Okay. Everybody was so excited, John, about last night's show, they forgot to put their hashtag hat in.
And a crying session. That sounds good.
Yes.
There it is.
John J. Ford says that, can you take my name out? He's already won a hat. He got excited and put his name in, I guess.
All right. If your name comes up, J for J, we'll just redraw. No big deal. All right. So we got 3 entries. And here we go, Judy.
All righty. Good luck, everybody.
Daniel, hashtag cry. Nope, I can't take any names out. We just have to redraw if it comes up, so no worries. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Daryl Clements is our winner.
Congratulations, Daryl.
Got to be present to win.
Yeah, I'm sure he's there. I saw him a while ago. Are you there, Daryl? There
Yep.
he is. Yep. Wow, he says.
Wow. I hope you're not international. I hope you're USA so I can get it out to you quickly. So send all your information to the Quest of Oak Island at AOL.com. Alaska. Holy schmoly.
Wow.
Holy schmoly.
Oh, Daryl, enjoy the hat.
Yep. Too bad it wasn't a winter hat. You know what I mean, Judy?
Wow, really?
All right, Judy, I got things to do. My voice is starting to go. If you want to say your goodbyes for the season, I'll say my goodbyes. And like I said, sometime in June, we'll start sending the drone out and look for the notifications on when we're going to be on. So go ahead, Judy.
Okay. Hey, everybody. It's been a good season being with you all. I know the show's been difficult to take at times, but us being together is what means most to me. And I thank you for always standing behind me and encouraging me. That means a lot to me. I want you all to have a good summer wherever you are in this world. And if it's not summer, enjoy it anyway. I love you all very much. And I am going to miss you, but we'll see you hopefully in June. And John, I hope your summer's a good one too, and that you do get some rest.
Okay. Thank you so much, Judy, for what you do.
Okay, hon. Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, guys. Like I said, have a good summer. Like I said, look for notifications. I also thank Daniel Spino for what he does. I'm glad to have him in my group. And if you want the facts, you come here. If you want other things and fairy tales, well, that's not for you here. We tell it the way it is. So we'll see you in June. Put on the notification bell on YouTube or on the Quest of Oak Island Facebook page. You guys are great. I appreciate every one of you making this the way it is on an Oak Island podcast. I thank you so much. I try not to be boring. I try to give you a different direction. It's all my own opinion. And I hope you enjoy the time I'm with you that I enjoy with you. But remember, guys, what do I always say? What do I always say? Remember, members, always go forward. You may get a setback in your life, but just believe in yourself. Believe in your dreams, no matter how old you are, for tomorrow's never given. In this crazy, crazy world we live in, I can't even watch the news anymore. It's impossible for me to watch. So you keep smiling, you stay safe. As Judy says, I'm losing my voice. You got to stay strong, Rick. Get strong. Stay positive that he does. But always realize some things that you're wishing for, maybe not there. But keep the dreams going. Keep the show going. We'll be with you. Keep that positivity going. Even if you're not positive, get that negativity out of there. Try to turn around and be positive. You'll feel a lot better for it. And if you can't do it on your own, there's a lot of professional people out there that can help you. So thank you for joining me and Judy tonight on the last podcast of season 12. Keep in touch. I will. Thank you, gang, again for being with me. I hope you enjoyed this last show for season 12. Thank you. Take care. And bye-bye.